and without you I fall apart. You're the one that guides my heart. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. Where sin runs deep, your grace is more. Where grace is found is where you are. And where you are, Lord, I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. I am free. Holiness is Christ in me. So teach my I think he's not where we are. So teach my where are you? I'm so sorry. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you. And the words were, so teach my song to rise in you when temptation comes my way. And when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. And when I cannot stand, I'll fall on you. Jesus, you're my hope and stay. Lord, I need you. Oh, I need you. Every hour I need you. My one defense, my righteousness. Oh God, how I need you.
If you've been reading the news over the last 48 hours, then you know that the headlines are filled with news about the Silicon Valley Bank collapse. And whether you have an account with that bank or not, analysts are concerned about the impact of one of our nation's largest banks becoming insolvent and that impact on the entire economy. In other words, it could affect us, and maybe already has. The Dow Jones average has decreased by over 300 points on Friday as a result of that news. And so what I want to point out to you is this, that when a bank goes bankrupt, it affects not just its owners and employees, but it affects its customers. And it affects not just its customers, but it also affects other banks and economic institutions. In other words, it affects all of society. And our lives are like that. We must protect our hearts from moral failure, from moral bankruptcy, you might call it, because our sin won't just impact our own lives, it will impact the lives of our family and countless lives that we may never know. That's the reality of our sin. Now, Jesus came to this earth to live as an example of the spiritual and morally perfect life that we ought to strive for, and when we fail, he will forgive us and set us on the right path. 1 Peter chapter 2 reads this way, "To this you were called because Christ suffered for you, leaving you an example that you should follow in his steps. He committed no sin and no deceit was found in his mouth. When they hurled their insults at him, he did not retaliate. When he suffered, he made no threats. Instead, he entrusted himself to him who judges justly. He himself bore our sins in his body on the cross so that we might die to sins and live for righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed. For you were like sheep going astray, but now you have returned to the shepherd and the overseer of your souls. And so today we gather and we commit our lives. We need to commit our lives to live them for Christ as we remember his sacrifice through this bread and this juice.